My golden brother has been trying to get me to forgive my abusive mother after she attacked me, so I am destroying his perfect family. My brother is the golden child, and ever since he was born, my mother was never the same towards me. I have never held that against him as he didn't choose this role, and I know he feels guilty even though it's not his fault. And I tell him that I practically raised my brother from the age of 6 months old to 5 years old when I moved out. I was 11 years old when I started taking care of him, changing diapers, feeding him, bathing him, and putting him to sleep. I used to take him with me to visit and play with my friends. I loved him like he was my own son and still consider him my first child. My mom has periodically been verbally abusive towards me since I was 11 years old, screaming at me, calling me ungrateful, spoiled, and untrustworthy. Although I have never been any of that, when she wasn't being abusive, she was either a loving mom or distant and neglectful. This has obviously fudged with my head as I love the loving mom, but the other side of her has been hurting me for 35 years. She has only said sorry once, and it was said mockingly, sorry, 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 okay, sorry. My mom is also incredibly manipulative. I have tried to forgive her and given her a second chance over and over for 35 years. And for 35 years, I have suffered the abuse 2 to 3 times a year and a lot more often than when I was a teenager. I have suffered through all of this for my brother's sake. I didn't want to leave him behind with only my mom as family. Our dad died when my brother was 14. He was verbally abusive too. After my mom's last attack, I was done. I have a chronic pain condition that is affected by stress, and it's getting worse with every attack. Not to mention, my mental health is suffering. I cut contact with my mom in February, and my brother has been trying to get me to forgive my mom and let her back in my life ever since. I can't take the abusive mom anymore, but I am also grieving the loving mom I'm losing too. My brother kept guilt-tripping me, and I finally lost it. I screamed at him. Do you have any idea what dark places mom makes me go to? That last time she attacked me, I didn't want to be here anymore. I was desperately trying to make him understand. He hung up on me. I wrote him a very long message explaining everything I had gone through and that he needed to respect my decision and my boundaries. The next Monday, I got a phone call from my doctor. She needed to do a welfare check on me as my mom had called her with concern for my well-being. I wrote to my brother. I asked you to respect my boundaries, and you contacted my doctor? His answer, you are sick and need help. I will talk to you when you are better. I am devastated and unbelievably hurt, and I haven't responded. It has now been more than 2 months with no communication. I realize that my mom is manipulating him, but I am still incredibly hurt. My brother and I have always been very close, and this is deleting me. And this is making me second-guess everything. Update 1. First, a little extra information as this is relevant. My brother lives in another country, and he visits twice a year during summer and Christmas. I have hosted Christmas for the last 20 years, and he has spent nearly every Christmas with me, something I always look forward to. He sleeps at our mom's house as she has a guest bedroom, but spends hours at my place every day he's here. We celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve in my country. My mom lives 5 minutes away by foot, so very close to my house. Now for the update. I learned that my brother came to town on 16th for my oldest daughter. I didn't hear anything from him. I was miserable. My boyfriend saw me get more and more sad and depressed as the days went by up to Christmas Eve. The thought of him leaving the country again without me seeing him was ripping my heart apart. And my boyfriend knew that. He is a younger brother with an older sister, and he told me that my brother was undoubtedly too scared to reach out to me. Big sisters are scary when they're mad. After much persuasion, he got me to reach out to him. He suggested I messaged him. Want to talk? I couldn't get myself to do that, so I sent him a gift of a woman opening her door smiling with a big welcome sign by the door instead. And then I waited. Nothing. No reply. Christmas Eve comes, and I am in no mood to celebrate. But I have to get it together for the kids' sake. I take a shower and hear the ping from my phone. It's a message from my brother. Can I come give you a hug? I'm sorry I hurt you. I was afraid I had damaged our relationship forever. I felt like sobbing with relief. I told him, of course, you can. He came over after dinner, and we talked. There were tears from both of us, especially from him. It was plain to see that this had taken its toll on him too. He was genuinely sorry and told me our mother had contacted my doctor, not him. I already knew that. He said he had accepted that my mom and I were better off being apart and that the relationship couldn't be saved. This was everything I had hoped for. We spent the rest of his trip connecting again, talking, and playing board games like we always do. This was my Christmas miracle. I got my baby brother back. He flew back home today.